Welcome to this video. Action Plan for Existence. Agroforests are key and become ever more biodiverse and carbon sequestering. These agroforests can still be found in the Amazon forest, still presenting extreme soil fertility and productivity. They were built by Amerins several thousands of years ago. They and their extreme biodiversity are the left marks of a past when we humans were a kind of guardians of the planet and all of its biodiversity, like in the Amerind myths. Their descendants do not experience brain atrophy that we modern humans experience more and more since we left the Amazon forest. This brain atrophy is the basis for the larger perfect storm that is announcing itself. Flaring up. Quite on the contrary to the fact of the actual pandemic becoming endemic would mean the perfect storm is now over, I will argue that the larger perfect storm could very well flare up anytime soon, because the priming effect of that actual coronavirus is coming to an end, exactly, because it is becoming endemic, and consequently its priming potential, or capacity, is weakening. Furthermore, at the same time that the herd's priming capacity weakens, AMR, which is a perfect storm on its own, is rising. The recent emergence of fungus auris could be one of the first signs of fading out, and coming to an end of the priming effect of the actual coronavirus, consequently followed up by the flaring up of the larger perfect storm. This, of course, if the given arguments are true. I further claim that nobody can exclude the possibility that the perfect storm will be of equal or larger magnitude than some or all of the other historical collapses we have already gone through. Observation: all former historical collapses are nothing less than the perfect storms of the past. CDC Deputy Director, Captain Arjun Srinivasan. He mentions or claims that possibly all progress against AMR was lost during the course of the actual pandemic. But even with this important, excellent and very clarifying interview, it still remains unclear for me exactly what progress is lost, and especially what this loss of progress means. I also wonder if the recent emergence of fungus auris could be one of the first signs of all progress against AMR being lost or fading out, etc. By the way, CDC warned about this loss of progress in 2020. The title of the CBC News video, published the 25th of April 2023 is, CDC Issues Warning About a Fungus Called Candida auris. JM. Soon at this point I will present a card, that if clicked will link to a video where I make comments on this very interesting video. The increased use of AM, because of the actual coronavirus, has venom in its tail. The venom is only symbolically meant, because viruses nor antimicrobials, AM, have a tail. The former increased use of AM, because of the former viruses and coronaviruses SARS, MERS etc., had venom in their tails too, but these epidemics were a magnitude smaller, and were limited to epidemics all along, and we were still not this progressed into the larger perfect storm. Expectancy did not went down and no major dips had occurred yet. We, humans globally, experienced life expectancy dips too back then. SARS. 2004 dips. MERS. 2012, U.S. whites, and 2014, and 2016 U.S. whites, dip. But all these dips were insignificant compared to the actual dip we are in, and we do not see the full size of this last dip yet. It potentially could be interesting if a trend, or virus, was found that U.S. whites picked up earlier, or stronger, before or in 2011, than U.S. blacks and U.S. Latinos, before or in 2015. In both SARS and MERS, U.S. whites, life expectancy, dip earlier and more than U.S. blacks and U.S. Latinos. While the earlier dips were not comparable with the actual dip, they led to the life expectancy line going nearly flat in 2010, turning negative in 2015, to never recover, and fall right in the actual dip that we still do not know the size of. While Kent Thornburg somehow predicted decline in 2017, based on the epidemiologic evolution of degenerative diseases, the life expectancy line was predicting a change since 2010 and 2015, and also was presenting us warning dips in 1994 and even as early as in the early 1990s. This is the end of this video. Thanks for watching. The subject of the next video will be benchmarks dips. Please give a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. I hope to see you in our next video.